You know, stream's about to start because I sit down and Kevin starts just meowing and catting aggressively at my hand. Hello, how's everyone doing? Good to see all you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Yes, the hot tub's there because my Origin account is linked to an old email address that I don't really use, but it's not my business one, so privacy. It shows your email in the bottom left corner of the screen. Such a weird game design choice. This was before streaming was like popular. But anyway, I'm having a tangent while I wait for my coffee to kick in and pet my cat. It's a hot tub stream. Dragon Age 2 and hot tub stream. Look at this cat. Every time I do, it makes me cat. But I hope you're all doing well this morning. Apologies for the somewhat late start. This is the latest I've started streaming years at this point. There's like construction outside. It's gonna get loud again later. It's not construction, landscaping. There's like a tree that's gonna come down today. Um like it's gonna be loud as shit. So there might be a chunk of the stream where I'm just not gonna talk much because the background noise is gonna be pretty loud. Giving you guys a heads up. Anyway, loading screen, Sen, Roddy, Jester, New Mexiben, loading. Reckless Monster, Tenor, Urban Mech. Cat, what are you doing? You're purring very loud. Okay, you let me have my hand back. Controversial second game time. Hey, Priz, how you doing? So, new game. The plan with the series is to go through each game as a different class. So we played the first game as a rogue. The plan for this game is to play warrior. And the plan for Inquisition is to play mage. Warrior in Dragon Age 2 is the main reason I wanted to do this playthrough. I absolutely love the gameplay of Warrior in this game. It is so fucking fun. But there's still some choices. I'll leave it up to you guys. Do I want to play a two-handed warrior, which you can see, you know, giant sword, or do I want to play a sword and shield? Now, sword and shield does not mean I have to like be a tank. I could still just be a DPS. It's just there's different kits based on which one I do. So, based on we'll do it unscientifically. Based on what I think you guys want to see more here in the chat, I'll pick one or the other. We still have a little time before I have to. Stealth Archer, become a Stealth Archer. Unfortunately, you can't. Starting with Dragon Age 2, they lock certain weapons to certain classes. So, like, only rogues can use daggers and bows, and only warriors can use sword and shield and greatswords. There was a lot of crossover between warriors and rogues in the first game, and I think they wanted to prevent that for this one. And it resulted in some really good gameplay. Let's see, we got one for sword and board. We got giant sword, sword and board, more options. Quadra Age Origin, rapid fire. Thank you for the 2 years. 2 years. Time's crazy. Thank you so much. Hey, homie Data, how you doing? Good to see you. So, another fun fact about this game. This was very nearly the second game I ever streamed. At the time, I was, you know, BL3, BL3, BL3. This was when I was an evening streamer. I was the cheese waiting room instead of the lazy waiting room. And I almost did some Dragon Age 2 stuff. I ended up not because I wanted to test a specific thing in BL3 that ended up snowballing into a build. But this was very nearly the second thing I ever streamed. That is 2 years, time flies. It really does. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Two-hander fan. I think we're deadlocked still.
Quather Age. Origin Quag Cozy.
Thank you so much, Rapid Fire. All right, I'll explain a bit the differences between Sword and Shield and two handed. Which build? It was stuff that I eventually integrated into Know You. I was doing OPQ stuff at the time, so a lot of knowledge that eventually became useful. And that was when Rotor was first messing with Sparkplug stuff as well. At least first messing with Mayhem 2.0 Sparkplug stuff. Anyway, so with two-hander, I'll be better at capitalizing on the easier to access of the status effects that mages can provide. So like I can capitalize better on stagger, which is one of the combo setups in this game. And my mages can stagger for me. Two-handed also, I have better AoE. Like all my attacks are AoEing in very wide cones. Also, it looks really badass to just swing around a giant piece of metal really fast. Some anime shit. But with Sword and Board, I'm slightly tankier. I'm faster. So like the overall DPS isn't necessarily higher, but the burst damage to very narrow cones is, because Assault is a crazy skill. Assault is like dumb. And instead of having very accessible methods of capitalizing on stagger, Sword and Shield can capitalize on disorient, which means I'd be leaning more on rogues in my party than mages. I'd still be using both either way, but you get a polearm. You get a great axe. You can get a hammer, I think. You get a great sword. I don't think there's a polearm. There's the 6 types of people you meet at an underground industrial punk concert. I kind of want to go to one of those. How you doing, Grumpy? Given the choice between crazy anime shit and literally anything else, is there truly another choice? But listen, homie Data, it's crazy anime shit versus Sword and Board that, like, is actually a fucking monster. Like, traditionally in fantasy, Sword and Board is the one who kind of sits there like, hey, I'm helping. They're not helping. But Sword and Board in this is like, what if the shield was just also a weapon? Like, I'm leading Sword and Board. I voted twice? Okay. We don't have to decide yet, because we still have to go through the tutorial, basically. Importing save. These are some of the points that'll come up at some point in 2 in Inquisition. Connor is freed from the demon, mages recruited in the army, werewolves were recruited in the army, Balin rules Orzammar, the Anvil of the Void was destroyed, Logan was killed, Nora is queen, Warden performed the ritual, the Warden killed the Archdemon, Amaranthine was saved, the Architect is dead, Keep was reclaimed, Shale was discovered, King Kaelin's corpse was burned. There's a bunch of other stuff, but those are some of the more important things. Hey Cordy and Empathy, how you doing? You got to name the character? I was just gonna name it Quag. Quag Hawk. Ah, I get it. Hang on. So we're Quag's Hawk. Quag's Hawk. Quag's Cock. Got money yesterday? Nice, Sora. Very nice. Hey, Viper. How you doing? I'm sad I'm not seeing potential to use Quag Melee as a weapon. You know what? Changing my vote to Sword Board, you convinced me. Let's go. I still have to do two-hand for a little section of the game, but I can switch quickly. Dragon Age 2's plot summary really expects me to know what importance it had that Scribble was allowed to reign over Cumville. I mean, Cumville is not a place. Cumville is a people. I'll use the default appearance. I can't be bothered. Nightmare.
The blight?
Gotta run catch the vibe later. Sounds good loading screen.
Dark spawn poured out of the wilds, clashing against the army at the ruins of Ostagar. The battle was a disaster. King Kalen died on the field with his men, betrayed by his most trusted general. Unopposed, the Horde marched on the village of Lothering. The village burned, and many innocents were slaughtered. The champion's family barely escaped in time.
I think that's all of them.
For the moment, make us save us. We've lost it all. Everything your father and I built.
Alright, so we have a voiced protagonist now. Hey Scorpion, how you doing? Jaybridge, hope you're well. We have a voiced protagonist now, and something that comes along with that is, we can kind of establish our personality type. Now, this game's divided up into 3 acts, and we can kind of reset our personality at the start of each act. But if we tend to choose one tone of dialogue options, it affects how our character just talks in general, in like quest dialogue and in random other things. It affects certain dialogue options that are available. We can set our personality, basically. So, do we want to be nice and helpful and diplomatic? Do we want to be a constantly angry, edgy asshole? Or do we want to be a smug prick you want to punch in the throat and then hug? Yeah, big sword means big ego. Checks out. 90s anti-hero logic. Yo, Soccer Chick with the year. 1 year on the streak. It's been a year of Quag Chad. Thank you so much for all the love and support. And are you doing okay? Are things okay in your area? Do I have to come down and like do some Storm Chaser shit? But yeah, time is crazy. Thank you so much for the 1 year. Never play RPGs and not be my personality. You know what it is. Just can't do anything else. Understandable. I'm safe, have power now, all good? Good. Not to be an anti-dominant culture, but always in favor of wanting to decadom culture. I'm incapable of not taking the sarcastic options in this game. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Alright, we'll go with sarcastic. Remember, we can reset our personality. I mean, I can use console commands to do it at any time, but the game kind of allows you to reestablish what you're like in Act 2 and 3. This game has several time skips. Loose plot of the game. This is Hawk. This is our character. The people with them are our 2 siblings and our mother. And we are escaping from Lothering. You might remember Lothering was the first village we visited after the prologue in Dragon Age Origins, and after completing one major plot event, it gets wiped off the map by the Darkspawn. Well, this is during that. So this is one of the people fleeing from that occurrence. And the rest of the game takes place over 10 years of Hawk's life. You play 10 years of this person, and it details all the shit they get up to. There's several time skips throughout. But, yeah.
At least we're alive. That's no small feat.
Yes, you're right.
We should have run sooner. Why did we wait so long?
Why are you looking at us? We've been running since Ostagar.
Speaking of running.
Not to interrupt, but the Blight's not going to wait while we stand here pointing fingers.
Please, Listen to your brother.
Then let's go. Lead on.
And as a pre-order bonus, you get a dog summon. We could have the dog with us the entire game this time. What the dog doing? Borking, mostly.
At least it's not boring.
So in terms of mods I have installed for this game, it's mostly cosmetic stuff. There's once again an out-of-combat run speed mod. There's one that changes the mage staff attack animations. There's one that looks really fucking stupid that I replaced with a different one. It offers me no gameplay advantage, it just doesn't look fucking stupid. Okay, since we're going sword and board, this is the reason to go sword and board. This skill right over here, Assault, it is absolutely filthy. Scatter's okay, but Assault is fucking gross. It's spin to win while holding a shield. And if that doesn't sound metal to you, then I don't want to know you. But other stuff we want cleave over here. Yeah, I'll start by getting shield bash. I don't remember optimal stat distribution in this game. We're eventually going to be a berserker, so I'm going to want some amount of willpower. The main attributes for warrior are strength and constitution. But dexterity is crit chance, and that's nice. I'm gonna go all strength for now. Someone needs to include our little brother in the great word of our Lord and Savior, sleeves.
Where are we going?
Away from the Darkspawn. Where else?
And then where? We can't just wander aimlessly.
Why not?
So long as we wander aimlessly away from the Horde, I'm happy.
We can go to Kirkwall.
Well, that wouldn't be my first choice.
There's a lot of Templars in Kirkwall, Mother.
I know that, but we still have family there, and an estate.
Then we need to get to Guarin and take ship.
If we survive that long, I'll just be happy to get out of here.
Can't we talk about this? No?
So, the characters in this game, the companion characters, are actually quite interesting. I'll talk more about that in a little bit. We'll wait for a certain thing, but... This isn't like the first game where everybody is your friend. You're actually quite interesting. No, you. Mommy.
You will not have him!
Mommy.
They will not have you. Not while I breathe.
Alright, listen. It's a buff woman. Don't judge me. No judgment, I agree.
I've got this one.
Simply a correct statement.
Stop squirming, Wesley. You'll make it worse.
Apostate, keep your distance.
Well, the Maker has a sense of humor. Huh. Darkspawn and now a Templar. I thought they all abandoned Lothering.
The Spawn are clear in their intent, but a mage is always unknown. The Order dictates.
Wesley.
That woman is an apostate. The Order dictates.
Dear, they saved us. The Maker understands.
Of course.
I am Aveline Valenne. This is my husband, Sir Wesley. We can hate each other when we're safe from the Horde.
Hey Wesley, is your wife single? The anime physique, Grumpy.
The wrath of the Templars is terrible indeed.
More so their wives. But as long as there is a greater danger, you and I have an accord.
Thank you, Wesley. For now, we move with
A
you.
distinct lack of IRL buff sword ladies. My Twitter timeline has slowly become more and more just buff cosplay-minded women, and I don't know when it happened, but it's like,
Or die.
I should get in shape.
With South.
Just because I want to do cool cosplay shit, too. You're getting in shape, I can help you. My problem is I can't put on weight, Grumpy. Like, I've just been steadily losing weight for, like, several years.
We're under attack. What a surprise.
Trainer, I figured out a shake for a guy who trains, also can't gain weight. 2 glass for about a day's worth of calories. Good macros. I'd be curious to hear more about them. Hey, Big Bog, how are you? Peanut butter. I've heard a lot about the magical properties of peanut butter for bulking. So a big thing I'm going to be doing a lot of in this game that I wasn't in the first game is kiting. It's still loosely turn-based, but only loosely. So you can actually get a lot done by playing it more like a traditional action game. Weight gainer shit that gym rats like to use. That shit worked hella good. Interesting. Really easy way to gain weight. Just go to your local Ripper Doc and say, I want to change my appearance and just make yourself big. I don't see the issue. Yes.
Time
Man, Carver's a very straightforward character. His entering combat line is literally time to prove something. Guys, you think he has something to prove? You think he's the little brother with a chip on his shoulder? Who wants to show everyone how macho he is? I'm not quite sure. Only gonna prove one thing. Like how you have a dog? I do. It's a pre-order bonus for this game. Bethany, don't use fireball when you're in the radius. What the fuck? Give him a giant sword to help him compensate more. I can! Console commands name it Vegeta. Oops. He's fine. He's fine.
You go through me. Or anyone else.
This first bit is a little tough. Health potions are a little less available than in Origins. Understandable balancing decision.
Quickly, before they regroup. We must press towards...
Never play 2 and the rest only would be the first one. Could get myself to replay it years later. 2 is my favorite. By far. So we're not a rogue. So we can't open chests in areas where we don't have a rogue companion. So that's gonna suck. Us being able to open every single chest we ever found, that was a nice thing in Origins that will never happen again. So I can't get assaults until level 5. Bolster is useful, because you can just keep spamming bolster to keep regaining stamina. Like, there's no cooldown on this, you can just keep pressing it. That's fun. I should probably get Taunt eventually. I'm gonna take Pommel Blow for right now. We're gonna give Carver some Constitution, because we really need him to be tanky. He's gonna be very tanky. Nothing is gonna kill Carver. Nothing at all. It just can't happen. Hey David, how you doing? Are you feeling better? I forgot to ask last time.
You soulless bastards!
Nah, he's fine. We gave him Constitution. He's fine. Everything's fine. Investing in survivability? Unheard of. Oh no, Evelyn died. I looked away and laughed and she died. Oh no. Well, that's awkward. Yeah, it might be fucked. Bethany, run! Yikes. 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 So unlike Origins, you can, like, actually avoid stuff. So, like, I don't have to stand there and take that rock. I can go over here. So, like, this is doable. It's just gonna take me a minute. Most annoying first boss of the series goes to level 2 ogre fight. Level 3. How you doing, Matthew?
Carver, wake up. The battle's over. We're fine.
I'm sorry, mistress. Your son is gone.
W game. Hey, Arconium, how you doing?
Things will not take Carver.
He dead.
Maybe we should grieve when we're safe?
Don't speak to me of grief. This is your fault.
Fuck you.
How could you let him charge off like that? Your little brother. My little boy.
Mother, we can't stay.
Why didn't you raise me better then?
Carver wouldn't want his sacrifice to be
Got her.
meaningless.
Allow me to commend your son's soul to the Maker, mistress. Ashes we were, and ashes we become. Maker, give this young man a place at your side. Let us take comfort in the peace he has found in eternity.
Didn't charge off, he got charged. True.
I will never forget you, Carver.
A lot of nobody crying for, you know, a death in the family.
At least Father will have company now.
Flames. We're too late.
Can't remember if I have to survive this section. I'm gonna assume that I do. So which sibling dies there depends on what class you pick. If you are a mage, then Bethany dies. If you are a warrior or a rogue, then Carver dies. You don't have both of them, but which one dies depends on your class. To preserve certain dynamics later in the game. Oh no, she's stun locked. Oh no, she's stun locked. Oh no, she's stun locked. Stop stun locking her. Okay. Jet Li voice, there can only be one. I want to watch that movie now. The concept of that movie is so fucking metal. Gank the Mage is a time-honored tradition. True. So yes, we did kill her. And yes, she's back. Also, Mommy.
Well, what have we here? It used to be we never got visitors to the wilds, but now it seems they arrive in hordes.
Impressive. Where'd you learn how to turn into a dragon?
Perhaps I am a dragon. If so, Count yourself lucky. The smell of burning darkspawn does nothing for the appetite. If you wish to flee the darkspawn, you should know you are heading in the wrong direction.
Wait, you can't just leave us here.
This part is before we killed her. Yes, you're right. This part is before we killed her, but she comes back. Spoilers. I mean, they mentioned it like 5 separate times. She ain't dead, she ain't dead, she ain't dead, she ain't dead. She ain't dead.
Such a feat. But now my curiosity is sated and you are safe for the moment. Is that not enough?
Hate to see her go. Love watching her leave. I want to be a dragon.
You could show me that trick of yours. That looks useful.
If only a clever tongue was all one needed. Tell me, clever child, how do you intend to outrun the Blight?
We need to get to Kirkwall, in the Free Marches.
Okay, we can talk about her drip. Oh, goddamn dragon mommy.
Your king will not miss you, hmm?
This is certainly some drip. Yes, the chest being exposed is clearly just a little treat. It's not exactly approved armor. You know, I doubt that would pass inspection, but it definitely passes inspection.
I'm sure he'll miss his life more.
Oh, you I like. Hurtled into the chaos, you fight, and the world will shake before you. Is it fate or chance? I can never decide. It appears fortune smiles on us both today. I may be able to help you yet.
I know you're saying you want to do cosplay. Well, here's an idea. I'm sure when you can turn into a dragon, whatever armor you wear, it's just a fashion choice. Yeah, true.
There must be a catch.
There is always a catch. Life is a catch. I suggest you catch it while you can.
Maybe we shouldn't trust her. I don't even know what she is.
Bethany, hot people don't lie.
The Witch of the Wilds.
Some call me that. Also Flemeth, Asha Belinar, an old hag who talks too much. Does it matter? I offer you this. I will get your group past the Horde in exchange for a simple...
Professor voice. Notice here the multi-pronged shoulders all draw attention to bring focus to the booba. I feel like the redesign feels weird, also makes sense in a story way, I think. Helps explain where Morgan got her drip. Yeah, they did a lot of redesigns of existing characters and art style shifts in this game. Some of them were not well received, but some of them were pretty cool. Like the Flemeth one is pretty cool. They made a bunch of characters that came back pretty fucking ugly, but Flemeth looks cooler. So I've been gone for so long, I need a break from a lot of stuff after my surgery last month. Nothing to apologize about there, Arconium. I hope you're all recovered and everything. Rule of hot people, trust them. If anything bad happens, it's totally your fault, not theirs. Yes.
Should we trust her?
Wesley is injured. We'll never escape the Darkspawn.
If you need to, leave me behind.
No. I said I would drag you out if I had to, and I meant it.
He's got a little something, you got a thing. You got some schmutz.
Roast a few more darkspawn, I'll do anything you want.
Sadly, my charity is at an end. There is a clan of Dalish elves near the city of Kirkwall. Deliver this amulet to their keeper.
Dalish, boo.
Do as she asks with it, and any debt between us is paid in full. Before I take you anywhere, however, there is another matter.
No, leave him alone.
What has been done to your man is within his blood already.
You lie!
She's right, Aveline. I can feel the corruption inside me.
You know, something I never noticed. When saying that, Flemeth actually looked like sad. Like, she actually looked like she gave a shit. Flemeth's one of my favorite characters, for more than just me being a down cataclysmic. But interesting character.
you talking about?
From the Darkspawn. All that blood. I knew when it happened.
And how much time before you?
Not long now, if I am any judge.
Leave him. No. Sounds bad.
This corruption is the permanent sort, I take it.
The only cure I know of is to become a Grey Warden.
And they all died at Ostagar.
Not all, but the last are now beyond your reach.
Aveline, listen to me.
You can't ask me this. I won't.
Please. The corruption is a slow death. I can't.
I'll do it. I 100% recovered, be more active, I'll start playing Wonderlands again, just got burned out a little bit, come back and do a hotfix, add an extra cast levels that I do miss playing. Hey, I've seen a lot of people who are very excited to get back into the game with a new update. Now, there's a bunch of other people telling me I'm fucking crazy for that, but, you know, that's what I've seen, and it's one of those updates that people who enjoy the game like, and people who made up their mind months ago are using it as ammunition. Just is what it is, but good update, and welcome back. It's up to you.
He's your husband, Aveline. I can't decide his fate.
Be strong, my love.
So you're single?
Without an end, there can be no peace. It gets no easier.
Yeah, the most honest try I could. Builds this incredible, better than any Borderlands game. Just don't think the gameplay loop fits my particular taste. Nothing wrong with that.
I thought that might interest
Nothing wrong with that.
You expect me to believe a myth swooped out of the wild to save the champion?
Oh, come now, Seeker. Do I need to recite the tale of the Warden as well?
No. Perhaps I shouldn't be surprised to hear of her involvement.
I liked my version better, too.
What else aren't you telling me then? Did she send someone with the champion?
Oh yeah, I have a mod that makes Cassandra look like she does in Inquisition. That's why she looks different.
Continue.
Continuity.
You tell me they all flew to Kirkwall on a dragon.
Nothing so fanciful, I assure you. The witch kept her word and got them to Guaran, where they took ship.
I still don't know what that number is, son.
They sailed north across the waking sea, lashed by terrible storms. 2 weeks they spent in that dark...
Flemeth reminds me of the type of character Chris Avalon loves. Morally ambiguous, incredibly powerful, emotionally complex, and then sliced bread, aka Kreia.
Kirkwall, the city of
Yeah,
slaves.
yeah, Kreia's great too.
Long ago, it was part of the Imperium. Slaves coming from far and wide to work the quarries. Now, it's a free city, but I use the word loosely. Sail through those black cliffs and you'll see what the slaves of old saw. The gallows, welcoming you. That's where their ship landed, with all the rest.
Yeah, Arconium, don't let people infect you with their distaste for a thing. Just because someone else doesn't like a thing doesn't mean you have to dislike it. No matter what these people will say and throw around the term the community. I swear, I'm gonna fucking vomit if someone says, the community wants. I don't give a shit what your audience wants. I advocate for mine. I don't have to like what you like. You don't have to like what I like, but stop trying to change what I like into something that you still won't like.
They're not letting anyone into the city.
No updates. It didn't seem super cool. It's a good update, Steve.
It's true.
99% positive. It just made the game better in a wide variety of areas. A lot of people refuse to see that and just outright ignore some changes that they themselves literally asked for, but
And they would throw us all
it's a
out
positive
the
update.
walls. Unbelievable.
So I don't know why people claim it's dead all the time, because if they don't enjoy it, no one else is allowed to. And the concept of other people enjoying it doesn't click. Simple as that. Just kind of like the Lannister mommy from Game of White Folk walking and talking in hallways. Accurate name. Point of a new playthrough, I have to go through the Frienda again, who's cutting onions. I went through that last night on my newest playthrough, Viper, and I'd never picked the basketball before, so I heard some dialogue I'd never heard before. That's cool.
I'm only surprised they let us dock.
We need to find Gambit.
Genuine question of interest, has the gameplay loop been at all nudged since the update? Enemy damage has gone down. You no longer need to be on the highest difficulty level to get the best gear. Maximum difficulty enemy HP is higher, so there's more of a challenge for people who want to push their builds, but it's completely elective. They rebalanced certain items. They made farming in general easier by increasing drop rates and phasing out low chaos tier items from high chaos tiers. So, like, the game as a whole just got a little better.
Get back to the crowd, you lot. Trying to bully your way through won't get you into Kirkwall any faster.
But you do intend to let us in.
We have enough poor of our own in the free marches. We don't need you refugees piling up here like a middens heap.
Tell me to talk to.
There must be someone in charge I can speak with.
Yes, always the same story. You want in, talk to Captain Ewald. I'm just here to keep you refuse from climbing the walls.
Almost drop names. Regardless, few people lost some goodwill and slandering since release nonstop. Some people just are unable to accept that not everything is for every person, and we saw the same thing in BL3 where a certain category of people constantly whined and then got the changes they wanted and kept fucking whining. Like, it's not about changing to what they want. It's about they can't be fucking pleased. And the reason why I'm so forceful about that is because several times in interactions with that certain crowd of people, as soon as I bring up that not everyone feels as they do, the first thing they do is either go for the "you're not a true fan" wheelhouse of arguments, or the "well, I'm just after advocating for what the community wants," as if I'm not. Except that you don't like a thing and that's okay, or get the fuck out of my face. Those are your two options.
He served elsewhere. He was coming to find me at Ostagar. Were you familiar?
Let us through, you flaming blighter. We're not staying in this pit.
Then get back on your ship and leave. Kirkwall has no more room for refugees.
The ship's already gone. We've paid good coin to get here.
You and half of Ferelden. There's nothing I can do. The city is full.
Honestly, it really delivered on series promising the whole time. Diablo with guns, I like it. I don't know why people love and praise the Peak, but hate the Chambers, when it's good and bad are exactly the same for both of them. Nostalgia. One of them has had 10 years of nostalgia brewing, and the other one is new. And what content creators are telling them to like and dislike which things as well, Matthew. That plays a big role. Want to grind, complain, it's just sort of sad. It's outright pathetic, but unfortunately I have to engage because their desires have been dictating how something that they ultimately don't give a shit about is maintained and changed over time. What's going on? Nah, we're just talking about the Wonderland situation. When they say what the community wants, but it's not what I want, I know those people don't want me in their community, so fuck them. Yeah, it's what the community wants. It is just slang for I. Just say I. Just say I. Because you don't represent me saying that shit. It's so exhausting. Like, honestly, I get nauseous every time those types say the community. Like, shut the fuck up. You don't represent me. We need a takedown. We need a remaster. Always need. Mm-hmm. I've used the book for the Ofrenda this time. I don't think I've used the book before. I've used the belt. I've used the bottle.
Surely there's a bit of extra room for the pretty.
Nice one, coffee. I hope you're doing well today.
Keeping my neck away from Knight Commander Meredith's blade far more attractive than any of you. We've been letting you Fereldans in for months. You're too late. There's no more room.
But we have family here. Doesn't that mean anything?
I've heard claims like that 1,000 times already, trust me. We'll find some ships to take you all back to Ferelden, eventually. Until then, you stay here.
Wouldn't you rather we left?
If you find our uncle, Gamlen Amel, you might just have a few less refugees bothering you.
Gamlen? I know that name.
He's a nobleman here in the city. Our family has an estate.
A nobleman? The only Gamlen I know is a weasel who couldn't rub two coppers together.
Common Gamlen L.
I'll bring you to him, but I don't have time to...
Nothing wrong. Cast Chamber's particular point of contention comes with diluted loopholes per boss, which is a me problem. Really enjoy focusing on a particular boss, and loop doesn't cater to that as well as the Borderlands games, which is fine. I can just play older games. And that's a mature attitude to have about it, homie Data. That's a mature attitude. You're recognizing that you have a personal preference, and the game is not designed in that vein, and that games that fit your preferences do exist. That is a mature way of looking at it, and I don't think anything you said there is invalid. I also think that the whole thing of, too many items assigned to one enemy, yeah, that's valid in some cases. For example, Wastard has 2 items, but Banshee has 4. Little uneven. I get it. Bethany's being stun-locked. Okay, Bethany's fine now. Torn, though, because one thing Tenerife did better than the Borderlands games, thematically fucking appropriate legendaries. Ultimately, Borderlands and Wonderlands are different things, and they've been saying that since the start, and recently they confirmed that Wonderlands did well enough that it's its own full franchise. It's not just its own offshoot IP for a one-off thing. They plan on continuing to do things in the Wonderlands IP. So keep in mind, they're separate. Even if that might seem a little pedantic at times, they're separate things. And there's a very clear divide between people who get that and people who don't. Notice I burn out quickly on the loop of Chaos Chambers. That's not the game fault. Like, I really like Chaos Chambers, somehow can't play it for long. And that's totally fine. Not everything is infinitely replayable for every person. I'm not having breakfast. Good job, son. Remastering 1 or 2 in the new engine would be such a bad idea. The only reason you prefer the older ones than newer ones makes sense as the game feel. Like, people crying would hate remasters. They absolutely would, because the movement would be different. The save quit farming would be awful, because instead of 5-second load times, you'd have like 30+ second load times on every reset. And the purists hate when you change anything, and then other people will hate when you don't change anything. If they change nothing, it's a cash grab. If they change anything, it's not faithful. It's a no-win situation. It's a bunch of fucking children. They can't be pleased.
I think they called for help.
And if it sounds like I'm insulting their intelligence and their maturity, it's because I am. being perfectly clear there. Look at the dog doing work.
Unbelievable.
Captain, are you all right?
I wasn't paying attention to air fighting people for reasons unknown to me. A bunch of people got mad that this guard captain was offering to let me into the city.
Look, I can't get you into the city. It's not my decision.
Or if he's offering to go get an uncle. Yeah. That.
It's been 3 days.
Short memories as well, rapid fire, yeah.
I'm sure it won't be much longer. Gamlen must still be looking for us.
And if he's not?
Also,
don't look now.
The drop rate discussion, it's funny because they'll talk about how much they love farming Heralds all day. Herald has a lower drop rate than Wonderland's farms.
Damn, girl. The years haven't been kind to you.
Gamlen.
Literally lower.
Let me say up front, I wasn't expecting this. The Blight, your husband, dead.
You can go look. 10% on Loot Lemon.
Pretty much be Ferelden for life.
Oh, Gamlen.
Literally lower.
Too late. My poor car.
As of Chaos 100, Loot Luck gets you higher than that.
Leandra, don't drop this on me here. I don't even know if I can help you get in.
Would it help if I said you were my favorite uncle?
It'd make me feel better, but that's about it. I was hoping to grease some palms, but the Knight Commander's been cracking down.
Would be able to release it was even lower? Yeah, it was 3%. 3.
The estate. Surely father left something when he died.
Right, about the estate. It's, gone.
People have very short memories, and they structure their arguments around what content creators tell them to think.
Not quite. I know some people.
It's that simple.
If you're not too delicate about the company you keep.
I'm running the bathroom real quick. Be right back. I'm back. So at this point, they'll want to cry regardless. They will. Kevin stream time. Convinced that those farmers are only into the farms that are able to be one-shot for instant gratification. That's probably what it is, Scorpion, yeah. Because those same people will complain anytime a boss has mechanics or does damage. And then those mechanics and or damage will be removed or toned down, and those people will say absolutely nothing about it, as if they never asked for it. Kind of makes you think.
Let's hear it, Uncle. What do you have in mind?
I talked to my contacts.
For example, in Wonderlands, Wastard has been nerfed 4 times. 4.
The catch is you and your sister have to work off the debt.
Now, you hear anyone who asks for that nerf, say anything about that?
Best I could do. Trust me when I say
Even once?
won't get a better option anywhere else.
Because he's been nerfed 4 times.
sure we'll be free and clear before we know it.
I managed to convince my contacts to come to the gallows to meet you personally. Mirren heads up the mercenary company, the Red Iron. They're looking for recruits. Fenrir, I guess you might call her a smuggler. Either one of them can help you.
Didn't find them necessarily hard. I didn't either.
And convince them you're worth the trouble.
But the decision was made for everyone when difficulty across the whole game is turned down. And that's seen as a good thing. But when they add optional difficulties for people to increase their difficulty, those same people see it as a bad thing. It's proof of their selfishness. Because there's people out there preaching that that Chaos 100 did damage to the game. And then you ask them how so, and they don't have an argument because it didn't. But thing they didn't want that they're not going to use bad, even if someone else wanted it, and even if it doesn't hurt them in any way. Yeah, let me put it in no uncertain terms. Chaos 100 update made the game better, did not take away a single thing from any player, and anyone who's saying otherwise either doesn't care for the actual data, has made up their mind months ago, is lying to you, or is a fucking asshole. Those are the only eventualities. That's it. Everyone fits somewhere into that category. Everyone.
What do you think about this, Bethany?
We've come this far. I don't care who we work for, as long as it means we don't have to go back.
Talk to them.
Let's find them and see what they have to say.
Oh, Gamlen, I don't know about this.
It's a lot of coin, Leandra. Don't go expecting our name to carry the kind of weight it used to.
And what of me? I will not allow others to incur debts on my behalf.
Can't see that it makes a difference. You look like a lady who can pull her own weight.
Then you'll come with us.
I have no real option. Thank you.
She's coming with us, chat. You think we got a shot? So basically, the TLDR for the last couple of minutes in game is we're getting into the city. Our deadbeat uncle is helping us get in, but we have to work with either some smugglers for a year or a mercenary company for a year. Ultimately, this doesn't affect too much.
Are you a Fenrir?
He must be Gamlen's nephew. Interesting. I don't know what he told you about us, but he certainly told us a great deal about you.
He didn't say anything about me, did he?
Enough to pique our interest, provided you can justify your uncle's confidence.
That's all ears knew. That's racist.
Tell me what you need done.
There's a merchant named Cavril, friend of the Templars. So they let him set up his little shop here in the gallery.
And I have very small ears.
We supplied him in return for...
What, one that's never been seated? Nah, you're fine, Arconi. We're just having a conversation.
Go near him without him screaming for the guard. But you can. Get our money from him and you're in.
Okay, we just gotta collect the debt. I'm gonna make sure to talk to Mirren, though.
Mirren?
Huh. So you're Hawk, the nephew.
Evelyn can't be our wife. She's ginger. You can't ask me to go from goth girlfriend to ginger in one game. It's too much whiplash. What about a ginger goth GF? How about that?
I'm ready to prove myself.
Noble bastard named Friedrich is here in the gallows. Gave us bad info. Almost killed my men. Now he's hiding out here, waiting for a ship. He sees us coming, he'll run for sure. But he doesn't know you. Go kill him and his men. We'll make sure no one asks why.
Killing a guy sounds like a fight. And that sounds hard. So we're gonna do this.
I've already told you, I can't give you any more for them.
But that was everything we have. It's all we brought with us.
And I feel for you, Sarah, but it's the best I can do.
If they just let us into the city, I could get 3 times that price.
Myron?
Your business is done.
But...
Now then, what can I do for you, Sarah?
I believe you owe your business partners something.
Oh, I see.
Should I go tell the guards?
Not just yet. I want to hear this. So, Ethenril sent you to collect, did she? Too cowardly to do it herself.
Okay, so the companion approval system in this game is not as simple as approval disapproval. It's friendship and rivalry. So there's advantages and disadvantages to each approach, and it changes their relationship with you. So you can do things that'll make them, you know, like you, or you can do things that'll make them view you as sort of opposition in their goals, but you're still important in their life no matter which way you go. So like picking this option, for example, would get me some friendship with Aveline. But I think I want to go the rival route with as many of the companions as possible. Which is going to be tough, because they all have opposing likes and dislikes. Like, some companions might be like, hey, I'm pro-mage, help out mages. Others are like, I fucking hate mages, etc.
This has all just been a misunderstanding, hasn't it?
You think so?
I do. Don't you think business partners deserve a return on their investment?
Enough, enough. I'm tired of fighting over this. Here, take the key for the chest. That should be enough to pay that witch. Now I'm getting out of here. Let those guards find someone else to buy Dogland junk.
Way to play the game is not Bethany's sister asked for bonk.
You could have given us something more challenging.
So I could min-max this section and walk away with more money, but I don't feel like doing that fight, so...
Any luck?
Was there ever any doubt?
I'll speak to Ethenril and see when the bribes can be made. Wait here.
Then we made it. The voyage is over.
No more running for our lives unless we really have to.
If only Carver were here with us.
And Wesley.
Meh. Meh. Meh.
Well, we're off to a fantastic start. Let's see what else this city has in store.
Thus began the champion's first year in Kirkwall. Word arrived from across the sea that the hero of Ferelden had defeated the Blight. But Lothering was destroyed. Kirkwall was the champion's home now. So he remained, paying off his debt, made a name for himself in the underworld. It was a busy year in the city. That's when the Qunari landed. A great storm had caught their ship and left hundreds of warriors stranded in the city, waiting to return home. That's also when the trouble began with the mages. The Templars had become very powerful under Knight Commander Meredith. But, most importantly, that's when I first met the champion.
Mommy. Sorry, I have no self-control.
No. Andraste's tits, human. You know how many people want to hire onto this expedition?
But we heard you're going into the deep roads. Surely you'll need all the help you can...
No. You're too late. Already done. This is a sort of venture that can make...
Must have been a smack of the mouth. Run all the way to Kirkwall, sell yourself to be the foot soldier of a gang, blankets put down almost immediately. Yeah, you could have just not left.
I'll
I'll buy you a drink before we head into the deep roads. Everyone wins.
Get in line, human. Half of Kirkwall wants to be my best friend right now. You're looking for a quick way out of the slums, right? You and every other Ferelden in this dump. Find another meal ticket.
What are we supposed to do now? We've got nothing to stop the next person who tries to sell us out. This expedition was our last chance.
Hey, Doom. How you doing? Gotta hit in the woods for a few days instead. A decade of misery. I'm in the business of misery. Okay, so let me ask you guys in advance. How nice am I being to Bethany? She's an absolute sweetheart who's just got, like, a really rough lot in life. Do we want to have a contentious relationship, or do we want to be supportive? I will leave it up to you guys. Like, we can, based on our choices, we can just kind of change her into a completely different person. Like, we can just kind of ruin her life. Make Bethany our only friendly party member for character depth. I like that idea. Like, seriously, it's fully possible to make Bethany just hate your guts. But only, like, not be actively antagonistic to you out of family obligation. Like, I think you can make Bethany hate you more than you can make anyone else in this entire game hate you. But, like, why would you? She's the nicest person in the entire game. Audio friendly? Okay.
Don't worry, Bethany. I won't let any big bad Templars come get you.
It's not a joke. If the Templars find me, the best I can hope is to be locked away for the rest of my life. If they don't kill me outright. We need coin, status, something we can hide behind. As long as we're just refugees, we're no one. Maybe Gamlen knows someone who can talk to Bartram for us.
Look up, got a game I can't wait to play. Must wait until I'm not tired. Understandable.
Our uncle's not exactly the most reliable tool in the shed.
He's all we've got. Make us save us. We might as well ask. Otherwise, I don't know what we'll do.
Hey!
Daddy. Sorry. Sorry.
Out of your pockets just by smiling at you. But you don't have the style to work Hightown, let alone the Merchants Guild. You might want to find yourself a new line of work.
Chat, it's Giga Chad. Look, it's actually Giga Chad.
How do you do? Varric Tethras, at your service.
Like, if there's a character in the entirety of Dragon Age who's just Giga Chad, it's Varric.
Know an opportunity if it hit him square in the jaw.
Speaking of jaw.
I would. What my brother doesn't realize is that we need someone like you. He would never admit it either. He's too proud. I, however, am quite practical.
You're going awfully far out of your way just to hire another guard.
How you doing, Scarlet Panda?
We don't need another hireling. We need a partner. The truth is, Bartran's been tearing his beard out trying to fund this on his own, but he can't do it. Invest in the expedition. 50 sovereigns and he can't refuse. Not with me there to vouch for you.
Why would you stick your neck out for a complete stranger?
I'd rather take a chance on someone with your reputation than head into the deep roads unprepared. And besides, we'd be your partners. I'm willing to give a little trust if you are.
I hope there's more to this, like how I'm supposed to get that much coin together.
You need to think big. There's only a brief window after a blight when the deep roads won't be crawling with darkspawn. The treasure you find down there could set you and your family up for life.
It won't be easy, but it's a chance. I think we have to take it. Better to work our way into this expedition than sit around waiting to be thrown in the gallows.
We work together, you and I, and before you know it, you'll have all the capital you need. What do you say?
Why not?
It's not like I had anything better planned.
Perfect. Kirkwall's crawling with work. You set aside some coin from every job and you'll have the money in no time.
Maybe Aveline can find us some work. She's got a position with the city guard now.
We should talk privately when you get the chance. In the Hanged Man, maybe. I'll be there when I'm not with you. Now, let's go see what trouble we can stir up. Keep a hand on your coin, Hawk. There are more cut purses in Hightown than in the rest of the city combined.
Okay, so Act 1 of the game is basically the hustle. We are just trying to make money in any and every way we can. And it's the dynamic's kind of interesting because it's fully possible to spend all of the money you can make. Normally you can't progress. There is a failsafe in that event, but it does kind of hurt you a bit later. So you don't have to actually save the money to finish this act of the game, but it's beneficial to do so anyway. So I can't get too spendy on vendors, is the thing here. And look who it is!
Bodan Feddick, purveyor of goods both common and rare, at your service. And this is my son, Sandal, who is as brilliant an enchanter as you'll ever find. Say hello to the nice human, Sandal. Hello. We shall be accompanying your expedition and providing the needed supplies. It's all quite exciting, isn't it?
The thought of adventure does make me giddy.
A kindred soul, surely. But I digress. Do you wish to peruse my wares, or perhaps make use of Sandal's unique talents?
Enchantment?
Enchantment!
Just so.
Let's see what you have.
By all means, feel free to...
Yeah, Varric's crossbow is named Bianca, and she's beautiful. Alright, let's see. I won't sell or anything here. Change to Dwarven Eyes freaks me out. They changed the art style of a lot of things in this game versus Origins. Elves, Qunari, and Dwarves all look very different, and a lot of the returning humans also look very different. We'll have to come back for a lot of this stuff.
Ah, long time no see, my friend.
Well, if it isn't Worthy, the dwarf with the incredibly ironic name.
I only advertise the truth. You aren't still working for Athenril, are you? Your year must be up by now.
Still trying to ferret out everyone's business, I see.
Of course. How else do you expect a dwarf to make a living? I'll tell you what. I still have my old contacts. You need some rune crafting done, I can arrange it for you. Take care, Hawk. Don't get dead.
Do my best. So crafting's a bit different in this game as well. Once we acquire a resource, it doesn't get consumed. We just need to have found the resource and then we can use it. And it just costs money to craft.
Good day.
Sebastian,
This fucking guy.
stop this madness. The Chantry cannot condone revenge, Sebastian.
It is my right, my duty, to show these assassins there is nowhere in the Free Marches to hide.
This fucking guy.
Is murder.
No. What happened to my family was murder.
He might seem cool now. He won't later. But we will take a side quest. So that's the DLC companion. Shale was the DLC companion in the last game. Sebastian is the DLC one in this game, and he is so almost universally hated that he is the one DLC in the series I wish I remembered to uninstall. Like, you get some XP and some gear and stuff, but, like, I hate him. He's just kind of an asshole. Alright, level 5, we got Assault. Do I want to go for, Bolster yet? I think I'll save this point. Yeah, I'll save this level up for a bit. Going for a lot of rivalries opens up an interesting interpretation of Hawk never seen before now that I think about it. Hawk the chaotic neutral and enlightened centrist. Truly most frustrating kind of person to know. The person who just argues no matter what the subject matter is. He's just like, you're wrong. Now, a lot of the rival relationships make sense. A lot of them are you checking someone's worst impulses. But in some cases, it's just you being a dick. Like, being rival to Bethany is just you being an asshole. Being rival to Varric is just you being an asshole. Being rival to Aveline is just you being an asshole. But most of the other ones, there's, like, some decent arguments for it.
Good luck getting in. I've been waiting all day.
Good day, Sirrah.
Is there a codex entry in here? I don't remember. Yeah, there is. Cool. XP.
Good luck getting in. I've been waiting all day.
Everything costing money, there's probably a money route planned or some form of infinite money glitch. There's a lot of money to be had. There's more money available than what you need. But some of it does take some planning.
Not likely.
Need more cunning. Need 20 cunning, I think. Gotta work towards Chameleon's Breath. Now, there's a bunch of pre-order gear and stuff that I'm going to be grabbing shortly.
You want me to do what?
Yeah, I need 20 to open that.
Good luck getting in. I've been waiting all day.
Good luck getting in. DLC gear is kind of out of control in the game anyway. Yeah, there's a lot of DLC power creep gear. Like a lot. And then it's all free. Well, free in-game. You know, I paid for it years ago, but it's free in the game.
Don't suppose I could give that a shot?
Oh yeah, gotta actually control Varric for that. Meryl, for example, feels like you'd be being an asshole. She almost has the Alistair thing going on. Character is begging to be hard for her own good. In the case of Meryl and Isabella, it's you checking their worst impulses. Fenris as well. Anders as well. All four of those. It's you being the adult in the room.
I've been keeping an eye on you. Information is one of the few perks of this job. Watch out for Bartrand. He's a son of a bitch.
A person in your position seems like they might learn some profitable things.
You know better than to ask that.
One day you'll be frustrated enough to go for it.
It's like I'm sitting on my hands. There are dangerous people in this city. In fact, I might have a job for you. Let me know if you want to do a favor for Kirkwall.
You can sit on my hands, Aveline.
I'm here if you need me. Maker knows I could use more satisfying work.
All right, Aveline. You have something worth doing.
My patrols may be empty walks in the dark, but there's something big coming up, and I could use you. An ambush, probably.
Fenders has some good points. He does have some good points, based on his own experiences, but a lot of it is irrational.
For someone to rob. I'm putting a stop to it, my district or not.
A lot of it is irrational. For example, his treatment of Bethany. Bethany, who has not done a single thing wrong, she is only a mage. He still puts her in that category. And she points that out, and he's like, well, you're a mage, so fuck you. Bethany is like the mage that does no wrong ever. But she still gets the same treatment. Character dynamics. Like, the way Fenris treats Anders, totally warranted. Anders deserves that. His experiences with Tevinter Magisters, yeah, totally warranted. But the way he treats Bethany and some others, Mage Hawk as well, depending on what Mage Hawk does, proof that it's not a rational thing for him.
All right, Aveline. I'll play guard for you.
I knew I could count on you. They're hidden up Sundermount, remote and rough, but we can make good time with a shortcut this side. And no, you can't run off and do it without me. I trust you, but I have to be there. You're acting on behalf of the Guard.
Messere, please stop kicking the wall.
So, each act of the game, each companion has, like, a personal mission that you can bring them on. We just picked up Aveline's. We want that. Only had Bethany for an hour and a half, but if anything happened to her, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself. Must protect Bethany.
Not even a little.
Sunshine, I'm a dwarf, in case you missed that detail.
Dwarves aren't completely immune to magic, you know.
No. I meant there are at least 30 people in this town who'd murder my family over trade deals. Who has time to worry about apostates with a merchant's guild breathing down your neck?
In that case, I see.
Protect Bethany.
My. If it isn't Hawk.
Still up to old tricks, Elegant.
Lady Elegant.
Joke elves are cool, it's just Tolkien and D&D elves really ruined it for everyone else.
Last time we met, you were still in Ethenral's employ. Things have been going well since then?
Could be better. Could be worse.
I often feel the same way. You may recall I sometimes provided potions for Ethenral. I'd be willing to extend you the same courtesy if you like. All I ask is you inform me of any interesting reagents you find. In exchange, I'll approach my contacts on your behalf. And of course you'll need the appropriate recipes, such as this one. Free, for old time's sake.
We're gonna be using a lot of those. We gotta get the money and the mats.
A little something of yours I picked up somewhere.
Got that fetch quest.
Shove off, you.
And the dog looks scary.
Hard to believe they left me.
Well, Mother was pretty steamed when you ran off with your Ferelden apostate.
I'm still their daughter, their eldest.
Letter from Ethenril. The Black Emporium, we're going to be heading there in a moment. And then the whole Sebastian side mission. Ugh. Ugh. Blech. And this is all our DLC gear. Yes, all these chests are full of DLC gear. This is how we start the Legacy DLC. This is how we start the Mark of the Assassin DLC. We won't be doing those until much later in the game. You can use the mirror to change appearance. I believe that's from a mod. Anyway, I'll be right back. Hey, Pupty, how you doing? I'm awake, how are all of you? Doing pretty okay. Doing pretty okay. Alright, so some of the stuff is level restricted for a while. Two-handed swords we have no use for some time. But we want one-handers. And shields. Some of this stuff is going right back into storage, because I can't use all of this right now. Another thing about this game is gearing out your companions is pretty easy, because they don't really have an armor slot, in the traditional sense. So you just give them weapons and accessories. Hey, Avi, how you doing? Are Kevin or Jake picking up there? Either way, if you really need a pet. It's a Kevin right here. It's a Kevin right here. Instead of playing Wonderlands, did you have fun though, Thermal? Inventory full. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Alright, I can put away... Put away that stuff for now. Blood Dragon armor, call back to the first game. And then there's Isaac's armor from Dead Space, which is a funny little reference. Lion of Orlais for that XP gain. Yes, please. I'm trying to remember my early game route for this game. There's runes you can slot for more money gain. I want to get those as early as possible. Enemies drop more coin, we want that. These are like stat books. Picked up too much stuff. Hang on. Storage. I don't need this many staves right now. That can go away for now. That can go away for now as well. Put away the stuff that's too high level for me right now. Come back for that later. One shot and raid boss weak spots of laser hands hilarious. Definitely is. Simply a good time. We want enemies dropping more coins. We're gonna run a bunch of stuff for that. Blood Dragon Gauntlets. Boots of the Frozen Waste. Alright. I think we're good for now. The rest is gonna be vendor trash.
My children have been in servitude for a year. They should be nobility.
If wishes were poppy, we'd all be dreaming.
You mean this is real? No wonder I can't wake up.
And here I thought that Ferelden you ran off with was a mage, not a jester. Your mother was supposed to marry the Comte de Launcey, and instead she ran off with some Ferelden apostate. You don't get to stay the favorite when you do that.
Where is Father's will? If I could just see for myself.
It's not here, all right? It was read, it went in the vault. No one needed to look at it again.
Well, that's not offensive.
That touched a nerve. What's in there that you don't want us to see?
Nothing. But you won't be seeing the bloody thing. It's still locked up on the estate, and that's long out of my hands.
You didn't take your parents' will?
It was old news. You think I've been sitting here for 25 years waiting for Leandra to slink back?
Who bought the estate, Gamlen? Perhaps I could speak to them. Was it the Reinhardts?
No one you know. Get used to Lowtown, sister. That's where we're going to stay.
So, I hate thinking badly of family. But did Uncle Gamlen seem a little slippery when he talked about Grandfather's will? If he, say, invested money that was meant to be Mother's, do you think he would tell us?
Gamlen can't say good morning without lying twice.
Mother's been in such a fit of melancholy since Gamlen told her how angry her parents were about Father. She told me she wishes she'd died with Carver. It's like coming here ruined every good memory of her childhood. I wish we could get some of it back.
We need to get that will.
Good. I'm glad we agree. Gamlen told me he gave the estate as payment to some slaver who beat him at dice. Apparently, our ancestral home is now a base for slavers from all over Thedas.
Gamlen couldn't have just sold himself and saved us all the trouble.
Can you just imagine him sweeping and scrubbing for some Tevinter matriarch? Seriously, though, those scum have no right to our family's things. We should break in there. Get the will for Mother. I already talked to both of them about this. Gamlen said they guard the front entrance well. But Mother gave me her old key. She said it should unlock the cellar. Apparently the sewers run right beneath the house.
Always sewers. Why do game devs not seem to know that there's poop in there?
He wasn't like this in Lothering. I think he misses the open fields.
Come on, let's play Fetch the Invisible Ball.
Poor thing. Maybe he'd be happier if we brought him with us more often.
But if he's with us, who'd keep Gamlen's debt collectors away?
Take it. I'm sick of what's-his-name staring and panting.
Gamlen, honestly, a Mabari understands what you say. Try using his name.
What's wrong with Dog? Real easy to remember.
He's not incorrect. Alright, what's the dog name, chat? Doge. Quag Chad. Max. Leopold Bonaparte II. Not dog. I like that. Sir Pantafloof. Dusty. Evic or Ekadge. A couple people said Quag Chad, so. Chad. Our dog is a literal Chad. Okay, make a hard save here. Black Emporium. DLC shop.
Thaddeus, stand straight. Places, everyone. Welcome to the Black Emporium.
Please don't fondle Andraste. But Auga.
Please don't fondle Andraste.
Too late.
Few people are worthy of an invitation, you know. We search the sewers for the Emporium and accost poor urchin.
Interacting with all these things gives us XP. The box is screaming. It is a box that is screaming. Actually, don't need any of those things. I have the other DLC gear. I should grab that recipe, but I won't yet. Love Xenon's lines. Yeah, cool character.
Price is negotiable.
So there's some cool gear you can buy here, but mostly we came here for, like, this is also the respec potion you can buy. But mostly we came here for, that crafting spec. Funny would be if there was a rare chance for Rat to spawn wearing kimono in reference to Master Splinter. I would like that. That'd be cool. Okay, now we gear out our companions with their specific accessories. Each of them has 2, I believe.
Being a guardsman seems like a better life than being a soldier.
That's cool to see how someone knows a game well plays it.
My brother was a soldier.
We're in a bit of a slow section. There's a lot of setup, but it'll pick up.
Some king you've never met. Guardsmen. They do something real. They protect people. They make their lives better.
I don't know if I agree.
Neither would my brother.
level 7 for that. Definitely doing the hex spam thing again. Okay, we can get Assault now, which is a big deal. Big damage dealing ability right there. We're close to being able to get Cleave, which is gonna be important. But we also want to save some points for Reaver stuff. We get Blood Frenzy at level 7, and then Devour at level 8. So I'll grab Might now. Get Varric to 20 Cunning so he can pick some extra locks. Chameleon's Breath is going to be important defensively. More Constitution for Aveline. So glad everyone picked the Sword and Shield DPS spec. It's so cool. I love Sword and Shield Warrior in this game. It's so fucking sick. Do I save this point? Yeah, I think I saved this point for a while. Okay. It's been a while, so I'm trying to remember which important things are at which vendors. Need that. Rune slot for Varric. I should take that, but I'm gonna hold off. Okay, that's there. Okay. It's coming back to me. Can't put my finger on why this near Mass Effect run feel different than your Land's Master display, though. A lot of my land stuff I don't do from, like, a fresh start. I do already in endgame. With these playthroughs, you get to see stuff from, like, the very beginning. So a lot of it is set up. And I struggle a little bit more. Be fair to say. More attack for Aveline. Yeah, that's worth it.
Is this place? Walk in peace.
Crafting resource. Cyberpunk playthroughs are hard at first, you're flimsy as fuck. Oh yeah. I hit the power cliff on my new playthrough yesterday, Viper, where now that I have a legendary cyber deck and like enough good quick hacks, game's easy now. Like I can overheat 3 enemies at once, like per upload. And then I can also contagion while that's happening and all that. I'm choosing not to use Short Circuit because it's too overpowered still. But I'm mostly just doing a monowire, throwing flashbangs, and uploading hacks. And it's a good time. Okay, another mechanic with this game is there's daytime and nighttime versions of most areas. Nighttime versions don't have like the quest NPCs or anything for the most part, but they have enemies to fight. It's a good way of getting XP, but some of them are very hard if you're not prepared. So I need to progress some main stuff a little bit first. Gonna start a new Cyberpunk playthrough? Fucking maybe, dude. Mommy.
You owe us, Isabella.
Oh yeah, I have a mod that gives Isabella a cool hat.
Since the information you gave me was worth nothing,
And armors up her stuff a little bit more, but
that's what I'll pay
for the most part, this is what she looks like. Also, mommy.
Me and my boys will get our money's worth, bitch.
Oh, you poor sweet.
The hat. This cutscene's very loud.
Tell me, Lucky, is this worth dying for? I didn't think so.
You're worth dying for.
You heard about that? Hero of Ferelden? Yes. Why? What makes a hero, eh? I bet I could kill an archdemon.
My. And here I thought the only men in this place were besotted fools who couldn't hoist the mainsail.
Hoist the mainsail.
When you talk about hoisting the mainsail, what do you really mean?
What else could it mean? It requires strength, knowledge of rigging, and a small measure of sobriety.
I know my way around rigging just fine. And I'm good with my hands.
Oh my. I'm Isabella. Previously Captain Isabella. Sadly, without my ship, the title rings a bit hollow. You're Ferelden, aren't you? You have that look about you. I was in Denerim not too long ago. I even met the hero of Ferelden, if you know what I mean.
So remember that
You know, you might be just
that threesome we had
solve a little problem I have.
with Zevran? That's her. It came back.
Can't anyone fix their own lives around here?
Must be something in the water. Someone from my past has been pestering me. I've arranged for a duel. If I win, he leaves me alone. But I don't trust him to play fair. I need someone to watch my back.
She got a hell of a tan. And boob job.
I think I could manage watching your back.
I'll bet. I've arranged to meet Hader in Hightown after dark. I'll meet you there.
I bet you could. I'll bet you a dozen ales. What?
So, here's
This boy got driven home by a coworker mid-shift because migraine's a bitch. Oh no, I'm sorry, Duck. Good to see you, though.
Lead us to the right place once we're down there, but we need a good entrance.
We have a bad entrance?
Any entrance would do, wouldn't it? Unless a dragon's sitting in it, I suppose.
We need an entrance that's close to our destination, but isn't already plundered or filled with darkspawn. Fortunately, I've received some new information. There's a Grey Warden in the city. If anyone knows how to get down there, it'll be him.
Problem solved.
Sounds like you have it all planned out, Varric.
And that, Mare, is why I'm here. Supposedly, this Grey Warden came in with some other Ferelden refugees not long ago. A Lowtown woman named Lorene has been helping the Fereldans. We talked to her. Maybe we learn where he is. I'll keep after my contacts, see if I can drum up any other work.
And I've decided that we're going to be friends with Varric as well, because there's no reason not to. Varric is the boy. Varric is the homie. So we're going to be friends with Varric and Bethany, and piss off everyone else as much as we possibly can. He's a good homie, I love him. He's just a good guy. He's also Giga Chad. Like, look at this man and tell me he's not Giga Chad. Look, hang on. Look, you got the exposed chest, you've got the wonderful chest hair, you've got that jawline that could shatter a mountain. He's Giga Chad. Beat the shit out of all your enemies and drink beer after. He's the Bruce Campbell of dwarves. Someone once told me that he looks like Corey Taylor, the frontman of Slipknot, and I can't unsee it. I cannot unsee it.
How come you and Wesley never had children? I mean, sorry if that's too personal.
It's all right. I was a soldier and he was a Templar. We knew that our personal lives would have to wait. Distance never mattered. But we ran out of time. It is what it is.
Now that he's gone, do you ever wish?
That's too personal.
It's okay, Aveline. I can help you have kids.
So, I noticed some notes on the table.
Okay, screw the guy I said in my days are not. You can't unsee it either. Yeah, it's one of those things.
Varric, do you do anything?
Am I the next stop in your career evaluations? Joy of joys.
You watch and you talk. Is that it?
You are dismissing hallmarks of both the utterly ineffectual and the incredibly dangerous.
I don't know what you mean.
It means coins flow when I talk and when I shut up. Like if you got paid to guard or unguard.
That makes no sense.
Good.
Fucking love Varric. He's so goddamn cool.
Will everyone please just step back?
No. I'll show you come early. Wait.
Word to the healer, but my son's hurt bad. Overturned on him in the blasted.
Love the character banter in this game. It's so good.
If you're seeking aid, leave your name with my girl. We serve everyone here. No one came from Ferelden without trouble. But I can't give priority to anyone who's already found work and lodging.
Looking for someone.
I hear you know where I can find a Ferelden Grey Warden.
Only Ferelden Grey Warden I've heard of is sitting on the throne.
Hey, that's my character from the last game.
Light's path now. Why would you need a warden?
The healer was one of them once, wasn't he? A warden?
Well, he's not now, and busy enough without answering fool questions about it.
Then I'll only ask very smart questions.
I do not joke, Sirrah. You see what our people face in
NPCs and RPGs when protagonist enters the building empties every container.
Most can barely buy bread. This healer, he serves them without thought for coin. He's closed.
Every time I do this Jotaro gig, I gotta burn his synapses before I kill him. Just the correct way to deal with this. Yeah, I turbo kill Jotaro every time.
You mean he's a mage?
Would I stick my neck out for some purveyor of hensbane and leeches?
We would never turn someone over to the Templars, mistress. Never.
He doesn't want to be locked in the gallows just for using the gifts the Maker gave him.
Your healer is in no danger from me.
If this mage is an apostate, the Templars will find him.
No maid should suffer for an accident of birth.
I suppose it isn't my secret to keep. Anders has certainly been...
Fucking Anders.
Refugees in Darktown know, to find the healer, look for the lit lantern. If you have need enough, Anders will be within.
I asked at 30 farms for work. Not one is hiring Fereldans.
That's the plan, is it? No, absolutely fucking not. I have more self-respect than that. I don't, but no.
Hey, we heard you in there asking about the healer. We know what happens to mages in this town, and it ain't gonna happen to him.
Look, we're Ferelden's just trying to keep out of the Templar's sight, same as you.
Ferelden? But your clothes. I figured you for a Kirkwaller, sorry. Make her bless the rule of our Queen Honora.
If you have Bethany with you there, or you're a diplomatic personality type, you don't have to fight those guys. I could fight them for XP, but I could just not. Now, the problem arises if I use too many of these, hey, bypass combat and counter tricks, because I get less XP, I get less money, and eventually it will make me weaker overall. So there's gonna come a time where I'm just gonna have to start killing people for no real reason. And we'll be doing a bit of that.
Maybe I should put you to use.
As all RPGs are meant to be played. Fucking what's left of Anders. Yeah.
You show admirable restraint, Bethany.
For a mage, you mean?
I could also say for a hawk, but yes, for a mage.
You have a sword. Why aren't you killing someone right now?
Fair point, but I can put my sword down.
Believe me, I have tried.
Bethany has, like, interesting conversations. Like, I always stop and listen. Okay, Toma Technique. I'm gonna want that.
The best armor coin can buy. You won't find...
Need that backpack.
better prices.
Made it so you actually don't have to kill anyone. Figures out how to kill everyone for loot XP and gold. Yes. Money.
Aveline?
Okay. Fuck you. We'll hit Aveline's quest first. Should be manageable. So it took about 2.5 hours, but we're now set up and doing, like, the open worldy shit now. I should set up tactics. Alright. Behavior defaults. Turning that off. Enemy rank. Elite. X of Torment. Aveline can stay that way. Ally health less than 75%. Chameleon's Breath. So Chameleon's Breath is great because it's just gonna be the main thing we keep Varric for. Like, he's just gonna be spamming that. on cooldown the entire playthrough. You're gonna see me switch to Varric just to use Chameleon's Breath fucking often. Assassins are the most threatening enemy in this entire game, because they can go into stealth and then come out of stealth and randomly one-shot one of your party members. They're so incredibly toxic. And at this point in the game, we don't have the crowd control to deal with them effectively, so expect me to die to these guys a lot. Confession, sometimes I didn't like my companions as a kid, let them die just because I didn't like them. Yo, mood. I do that as an adult with some games. Ah, he got away. Something you can do if you're very good at predicting, you can knock the assassins out of stealth with AoEs. So I'm just gonna put a random fireball here and hope that gets him. It did get him. That went very well. Alright, for some of their sassy dialogues, they always come back, so it's okay. Some of them, I lead towards plot deaths, so they don't come back. In some games.
Grab something sharp and pointy. We've got come.
Grab something sharp and pointy, we've got cum! Good one, Varric. Don't mean to be rude after seeing you slaughter people. You step on one of the bodies, it's like totally rude. I learned it from watching Spider-Man, okay? Like, is the animation for Assault not just the coolest thing? You spin and you win. With a sword and a shield. That's where that trap is. I knew there was one around here. I fucking forgot where.
Why is it nobody happy to see us?
Bethany, can you pop that guy out for me real quick? Thank you. The Goblins in Wonderland spin with Sword and Shield. That's true, they do that. I said doo-doo. Good one, me.
We're close to the ambush, Hawk. Be ready.
He said doo-doo. He did.
There's our target. The pack wall guard.
Don't walk into the trap. Come on. Something I need to watch out for when using Assault, though, is friendly fire. If Bethany or Varric happens to walk in front of my character while I'm using Assault, even at this low level, they just get instantly deleted and killed. Aveline can survive it, but later on, even Aveline can't survive that. So, late game, I'll be the only melee person in the group, so that friendly fire isn't a problem. Oh, not again. I missed. Oh, he's gonna kill someone. This is gonna suck. Someone's gonna go down. It's gonna be this whole thing. Oh, I lived. Hog. Hey, good job, me.
Well equipped for bandits, but dead is dead and the road is clear. Captain Jevon needs to know of this. Back to the barracks for your just reward.
And now that we're done with that, there's a thing here I want to do, but I'll probably die trying to do that this early. Instead, let's run around the docks at night. Also dangerous, but we need to get to, like, level 7.
But if you'd like to help.
And here we go again.
That went well.
Never a shortage of idiots who think they can take the streets in the dark, but good reward in getting rid of them.
Under attack.
A big thing to note with combat in this game versus the first one is that healing is a lot less available. And that's where a lot of the difficulty comes from, alongside it being more fast-paced, and enemies can crowd control you a bit easier for the most part. So that's why I gave Bethany a ring that makes her immune to knockback, for example. Because otherwise she could get perma-stagger locked, as briefly happened to her in the prologue.
Everyone stay still and try not to make any...
Right?
Want the best? Take it from the worst, then sell to specialists like you. Always willing to give a discount to the people who save my skin.
I'll take your discount, sir. What do you sell again? That's a good belt.
Someone's left a surprise here for us.
More crafting mats. Love to see it. Bethany almost died from that. Fuck. Okay. Chaining crowd control effects is working very well for me right now. Pleasantly surprised that I remember this much of what to do. I have played this game on Nightmare as a Warrior many, many, many times, but it's always a joy, and it's never quite easy.
The streets aren't safe at night.
Varric, stop stunning me. Oh, Bethany went down. Unfortunate. Bit of a tough fight, but we made it.
Have I mentioned that I hate this part of town? Baker. Yeah, I'd rather go to the Merchants Guild.
We gotta clear out more of it, Varric. We need the XP. And the money. That's for a side mission I don't have yet. Actually, I don't know if I will get that side mission with decisions I made. Don't quite remember. Okay. I want to be level 7 before I do Birthright. Got a fetch quest I can turn in there. Quest I can turn in here. Let's turn in Aveline's, and then we'll turn in fetch quest. Also, there's that lock that Varric couldn't pick. Should be able to now. Get some XP and loot out of that. We gotta get Varric to 40 cunning as soon as possible.
My lady, you've been so patient.
Not much room in the barracks, but there's Jevon.
I don't know how they do it where you're from, guardswoman, but I decide the patrols, not you and your whims. You may have been put up for lieutenant in your first year, but I'll have no show-offs in my command. Have I made myself clear? Report to your post before I have you and your Ferelden accomplice jailed.
Well, what a charming fellow.
I don't have to like him, but he could at least listen. Bandits are dead. That's all that should matter.
Jail.
The first time he's made me wonder like this. Something is very wrong.
Not my problem.
Don't have time for politics in the Guard.
It's not your headache. You've got an expedition to float, I know. May as well check the roster to see if I'll have time to help you. I'll bet I'm off patrols for a while. Threaten my friends. Not letting that one go, Captain.
Aveline! I owe you for clearing that ambush the other night. Saved me a mess of trouble.
Brennan, that route was yours?
It was. Single patrol. I'd have been dead for sure.
Scared?
A Guard can't handle a few bandits.
I don't like surprises. That route had been clear for weeks. The captain reassigned me after he heard what you did, and I passed the satchel to Donnick for his patrol tonight.
The satchel?
Pay and order assignments. Captain has us run deliveries to the outposts during light duty. It's usually just an updated copy of the roster. The satchel for that night was heavy, though. Anyway, thanks again, Aveline. You're a good one.
Donnick, he's a good man.
Heavy the same day we discover an ambush.
He's alright. I'm saving city guards now. Yeah, this is a little out of character for how I've been playing my character, but I'm fishing for rivalry points with Aveline.
Can't any group in this city stand on its own?
We do just fine, thank you. But if our own captain is putting us in danger, I have to check this, Hawk. These men, they're like you. Like family. Brennan said Donnick,
family?
A good man. Donnick. I've got his route. A night walk in Lowtown. Let's go make sure his quiet patrol stays that way.
Messere, please stop kicking the wall.
I'm not kicking the wall. You said that to me like 3 times today. Stop. It's weird.
The Viscount must be terribly busy.
Now we go to Lowtown at night. Do a little more killing, a little more questing. And I'll spare an injury kit for Bethany. I don't want to use too many of those too early, but I'm gonna spare it for now. Varric's getting shot. I forgot about those spawns. Bye, Bethany. Well, she got that taunt off, so I think I'll be okay. You still dealing with that one? Alright, you can come over here and help now. Tough, but we made it.
We can't waste time. Free drinks for the guards, but accept and you wake up in the alley.
Don't talk over yourself, Aveline. That's rude.
We must be getting close to the ambush. I'm not using it.
Here's a really sage SNS warrior shows their latent potential. Yeah, use so much crowd control and so much damage.
Who? Aveline? You're a beautiful sight.
Guardsman.
Oh.
I mean...
Ooh.
I was on patrol and they came out of nowhere. I took a few down, but there were too many at once. The captain...
Don't get jealous now. Very jealous.
The seal of the Viscount. Office details. City accounts.
Valuable to a guild of thieves.
A sacrificial delivery with one of our own. Captain Jevon will answer.
I'd kill him.
I think a bloody response is in order.
That's not the way of a guardsman. Something Jevon has forgotten, if he ever knew it. This goes to the office of the Viscount. This will be known. The captain likes his thieves so much. Let's see if...
Oh, Varric didn't like that. That's fine. We'll get more friendship with Varric later on. I'm trying to piss off Aveline, but I've forgotten all the responses that piss her off because she's so easygoing. Anything that's like breaking the law, she doesn't tend to love. But I forget which responses specifically to choose. Hey Scott, how you doing? Yep, sock.
ready.
We're just gonna line of sight you. Oh, Bethany died. Yeah, that's... Yeah. I'm not doing a good job of protecting Bethany. Nice shot, Varric. Fuck is line of sight? Good question. Wikis list all the instances where it's possible to gain friendship and rivalry from companions. Probably not practical to scroll through every time a choice comes up. Yeah. I used to have them all, you know, memorized, but... time. Got a level up, though. Level 6. I need a 3rd point to get battery. Also, assault and battery. Battery is the upgrade to assault. It's just fun. So I need level 9 and 3 points here. I guess I take the shield bash upgrade. But I need to save points. I need to take control so I can take cleave next level as well. Then I'll use a tome to get blood frenzy. And then level 8 devour. And level 9. It's level 9 I take battery. Yeah, but I need to get pummel as well. Take control now. I need to get Bellow at some point. Battle synergy be useful. I'm not going to use Aveline too much, though. She's not going to be in my party for very much of the game. That's my issue here. I guess I'll do that.
You could do worse, Hawk. It's a...
Alright, BRB.
Not that he didn't do his best to try and read it first.
What? I thought there might be something dangerous in there.
Gamlen.
Bait and switch. Take that. What do I need to craft Rune of Fortune? I need 2 lyrium, 2 silverite. I remember where some silverite is. I don't remember where any lyrium is outside of the deep roads. I know one of the silverite things I need is in the mine, and the other one's in Sundermount. But basically, I want to get that as fast as possible before I do too many of these other side missions, so that I can have as many Runes of Fortune equipped as possible, so I make as much money as possible. Elf root potions are fantastic, and I want a bunch of them, but I can't afford many right now. Wait for that. Okay, let's go do this section. So, I haven't talked about it much, but the build path we're going to be taking with this is we're going to be focusing around Berserker later on. Now, we can't get some of the more beneficial things like Deathblow until later in the game. We won't get Deathblow until Act 2. So we'll have one of the really hard boss fights before we have access to this, which is a little unfortunate. But basically, a Berserker's thing is you chew through all of your stamina, so you can't really use that many abilities, but you get really, 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 really fast attack speed. And just, so you just spam basic attacks, like Death of 1,000 Cuts type shit. You can still use abilities, but in a prolonged fight, not that many. You just do a ton of damage and you attack super fast. So that's what we're going to be going for. We'll probably take Reaver first because it's useful earlier. Because we don't have the stamina to sustain Berserk for that long properly anyway. Adrenaline's nice. Once we get Barrage, Berserk becomes good. So maybe I will still take Berserk first. Because Barrage is great. But, That's why I initially thought two-hander, because like you said, this game lets you attack crazy anime fast with a great sword, and it's up with sword and board is classy. Yeah, sword and board is still, like, very good damage-wise. And assault is a big part of that. Plus you have extra crowd control with shield bash, which helps a lot, at least in the early bits. Also, when you pick Berserker, Willpower gives you a 0.75 damage boost per point compared to Strength's 0.5. Yeah, I'm gonna respec once we take Berserker, because we're only gonna take enough Strength to be able to equip everything we need, and then from there we stack Willpower, because, as Matthew said, it's both damage and stamina, and Berserker drains stamina. So if we want to activate things like Assault and Cleave once we get Cleave, and Barrage, you know, we need that stamina. I'm not quite sure how I want to set up Bethany, because haste is going to be very important. But for reasons... There's reasons not to set up Bethany certain ways early on. I'm unsure what I want to do. She can't get Chain Lightning, so she's not a very good setup for Stagger. I just thought that it was so clever to me. I always felt like they gave Warriors a Cunning Stacking Rogue equivalent. They did, yeah. It's the gameplay, the design in this game is just good. So Bethany's really good at setting up for a two-hander, not as good at setting up for a Sword and Shield. So she can set up Brittle, but she can't set up Disorient. Unsure what I actually want to take here. Dispel Magic, maybe? I'm trying to plan very far in advance right now. We're gonna take Mind Blast, get her close to Barrier. I should save a point for Chameleon's Cloud, but I don't need to do that yet. So getting Fatiguing Fog is gonna let Varric set up Disorient, which Assault can detonate. Getting Confusion is also gonna help that. So I need to take Rush, not because I'm ever going to use Rush, but because I need it to unlock these other things. Some skills require you to spend a certain number of points in a tree, others require you to have prerequisite skills. So we're gonna take that to fill out some requirements. There's an Elford or something around here, right? Did I grab that already? Chad, why are you back here? Okay, yeah, I grabbed that. Now we have to deal with my favorite, the Dalish.
Your kind are not welcome among the Dalish.
I get that a lot.
I'm not expecting tea and cakes. I just need to see someone.
There's nothing here for any human.
Wait, this is the one the Keeper spoke of.
A Shemlin? I thought he'd be an elf.
Enter the camp. Keeper Marithari has been waiting for you.
Cause trouble, and you'll meet our blades, stranger.
Also, yes, they made the Dalish Irish in between games.
Marithari.
Speaking of, hi Irish.
I was told to bring you this amulet.
Andarana Tishan, travelers. Indeed, I am Keeper Marathari. Let me look at you. There is a light in your heart, human. Don't let it go out. You will need it. Tell me how this burden fell to you, child.
It's a dull tale.
A dragon fell from the sky, charred some darkspawn, then asked me to bring you this amulet. No big deal.
You are blessed by luck, then. I will pray that Miss Hull watches over your path. The amulet must be taken to an altar at the top of the mountain and given a Dalish rite for the departed. Then, return the amulet to me. Do this and your debt will be repaid.
Are you going to teach me this rite for the departed?
I will send my first with you. She will see to it the ritual is done. And when it is complete, I must ask that you take her with you when you go.
Weird.
That seems a little odd.
It is her wish, and I must grant it. You will find Merrill waiting for you on the trail just up the mountain. Dareth Shiral.
So this is the Dalish clan that you are part of in the Dalish Elf origin in the first game, if you pick that background. So you meet Marithari there, you meet Merrill there. Merrill has a lot of references to the Dalish Elf origin. So it's one of the ones that has further reaching impact on like the series as a whole. Like, Dwarf Commoner ceases having any impact outside of, like, the Orzammar section of the first game. Dwarf Noble, outside of the first game, no real impact either. Human Noble, decent amount of impact on the series as a whole. Human Mage comes up a lot in this game because they are a second cousin of Hawk. City Elf doesn't have much impact, but Dalish Elf, Human Noble, and Mage have, like, the most going on in terms of plot impact.
Wonderful. Make your business here quick.
I am Master Island, a crafter for this clan. Forced to stay so close to this Shemlin city, I've seen my share of outsiders pass through our camp.
Any werewolf endings in this game? No, but we can see some werewolves shortly.
Are you a Dalish crafter does many things. We create weapons.
I should buy some of these consumables, but I'm gonna wait. Dwarf Warden knocked out Morrigan and chased along happily into the Luvion. My Warden did that as well, this run.
Shemlin? If I were the Keeper, you wouldn't even have that list. Your family murdered Zathrian and his entire tribe.
They weren't themselves. They were cursed. And each day more lose themselves to the beast.
What's this about curses and beasts?
This Shemlin speaks for the werewolves of the Brazilian forest. She represents murderers.
And saviors too. They fought at the Battle of Denerim with the hero of Ferelden. But now they're losing hold of their senses. Even the Lady of the Forest is growing wild. If you don't help soon, there will be nothing but monsters. And then you'll see murders.
We are done.
Werewolves murdered Dalish? I wonder why that happened.
The Dalish said the werewolves killed Zathrian and his entire tribe.
We heard a Dalish tribe was killed in the forest. I didn't know werewolves did that until I came here. Keeper Marithari told me. She said Zathrian was at fault too. That's all I know.
Why help werewolves?
Long way to help werewolves. You're not one of them, are you?
Me? No. But my cousin Josiah is. He was missing for years. We thought he was dead. But he came back after the Blight. He was a hero of sorts. But now, he's slowly losing his mind.
If I can help keep the werewolves from turning to beasts, I will.
Thank you. The curse can't be broken, but it can be slowed. The Keeper gave me a list of ingredients, but some will be difficult and dangerous to find. Please, help me find them.
I don't think I've ever actually done this mission before. I never bothered.
Conduct your business with the Keeper quickly.
The guards don't come this far out. It's better for both sides.
Your family used to be noble, right?
By some definition of the term.
Do you ever wonder what your life would have been like if you were still nobles?
Sunshine, nobility is just an expensive lifestyle. I've already got one of those.
Nobles have power too, and responsibilities.
Estates, servants, investments, mercenaries, assassins. We've still got all those things. It's sunnier here, and nobody calls me my lord. I think I can live with that.
Based Varric. Varric, I need you to stop, like, diving in here. Alright, up the mountain now. And we get to meet a new friend. It's totally not sketchy.
Oh, I didn't hear.
Also, yeah, I have an armor mod for Mare.
The one the keeper told me about. Anethera.
I'm so sorry. I didn't ask your name. Unless... It's not rude to ask a human their name, is it? I'm Meryl, which you probably knew already. I'm rambling, sorry.
Did you hear that strange noise?
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
We didn't get a proper introduction.
I am... or was, I suppose. The first to keep a Marathari. I've studied the old ways for as long as I can remember. I know things. The law of the Dalish that can help us get to the summit of Sundermort.
She's so fucking cute, dude. I always forget. Protect Meryl. From herself, too.
Why are you leaving the Dalish for Kirkwall?
I have to. Let's leave it at that for now, alright?
I get the feeling you're in trouble.
It's not like that. Not exactly, anyway. The Keeper and I have disagreements, but it will sort itself out in time.
You'll have to work harder than that to offend me. My name's Hawk.
Thank you. I'm afraid I'm not very experienced with your kind. The Keeper said you came from Ferelden. I spent most of my life there. We only came north a few years ago. Have you been in the Free Marches long? Do you like it here?
I miss the cold and the dirt. Kirkwall's not brown enough for me. But hey, no Darkspawn.
Ferelden wasn't that brown. The dirt and muck gave it character. We should go. Your task is for Asher Bellinar. It's not wise to make her wait.
Do you know the witch who sent me here?
No, not personally. My people tell stories of her, though. You're very lucky. Most people who meet Asher Bellinar wind up in little pieces, hanging from the trees.
Okay.
Let's get this over with.
Do you want to be experienced with my guy? God damn it, Irish. First Ragnarok 2 run was unapologetically an Isabella romance. Next 3 or so after that were Meryl runs. I always go with one of the two, for the most part. Fenris needs therapy more than he needs a relationship, and Sebastian sucks, and Anders isn't even human. Or Elven, or he's yeah. Anders is a monster.
The Keeper didn't mention you were a mage.
All keepers know a bit of old magic. The stories tell us that all Elven once had the gift. But like so many things, it was lost. It's a keeper's job to remember, to restore what we can.
Please, keep turning skeletons into toads for us.
But I never... Right. Not literally. Happy to help. I've done a little fighting before, but it was always alone. I'll try not to hit anyone. On our side, I mean. I'm babbling again. Let's go.
She's so fucking cute. We must protect. The characters in this game have a lot of personality. And Win isn't in this game, so that's a win. I don't sell them. Like when Ogren hits on Win. I like when Ogren hits on Nathaniel.
So the Keeper finally found someone to take you from here.
Yes.
Then finish your task quickly, human. We cannot be rid of this one too soon.
I'm sensing a story here.
I have made my choice. And I will save our clan whatever you think.
So, nice mountain.
Sundermount seems very mountainous today, doesn't it? Lots of rock and hillside.
I'm sorry.